Yes, we began 18 months ago, even before the World Humanitarian Summit of May 2016. We began in Chad to do an integration and really take a joint approach to humanitarian assistance and development assistance together. The reason is that the situation in Chad is the perfect case for this kind of joint approach. We have annually a humanitarian emergency plan of near 600 million US dollars in appeal. And the reason is that Chad is hosting many refugees, 400,000 refugees, plus many more who are internally displaced or returnees from neighboring countries in conflict. It also has major health and sanitation issues and a significant problem with food insecurity and malnutrition. Out of a total population of 14 or 15 million people in Chad, 4.7 million people in Chad are in need of humanitarian assistance each year. So we stepped back and looked at this situation and we said, why? There's not an ongoing conflict in Chad with the exception of the Lake Chad Boko Haram conflict. Problem is chronic poverty and low level of human development. So our joint approach, the new way of working as defined in the World Humanitarian Summit, is to attack the causes of vulnerability in the population, which it means to work on human development at a local level and a policy level intensively to reduce the level of humanitarian need. So with we have a United Nations Development Assistance Framework, our cadre stratégique for the next 5 years, which coincides exactly with the National Development Plan of Chad, 2017 to 2021. Our 11 UN agencies in Chad formulated 3 strategic goals which align very well with the National Development Plan and also with the SDGs or ODD, the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations. Our UNDAF, as we call it, this is the development plan, has an indicative budget for the next 5 years of 1.3 billion US dollars for the United Nations agencies in Chad to channel into the work on development in Chad. In addition to that, we have the ongoing humanitarian program each year, as I mentioned, which I expect will remain in the range of 500 to 600 million US dollars per year over the next several years. Well, we have again worked very closely with the government, line ministries, and the central government, central and local government, on defining the priority needs for these local development interventions to improve access to health and education for all people, to improve access to clean water, to improve the food security situation and reduce malnutrition. So the National Development Plan has these activities also in it as priorities of the government, which is extremely important because while we, the international community, through the United Nations and NGO partners, can certainly provide assistance, it has to be the national program of the government that defines the goals for improving human development in Chad. And we're quite proud that the government has stated this clearly. The president of Chad himself has been saying very clearly about Lake Chad, yes, it's a security problem, but it's actually a development problem at base. So the development problem, the problems with low level of human development at the lake cause insecurity, and they cause a humanitarian crisis. This is the situation many places around the world. The reason for the integrated approach, the new way of working, this is it. So we have a perfect opportunity in Chad to show that with this integrated approach, we can actually reduce humanitarian need and vulnerability while improving the conditions of life for all of the population of Chad.